All right, we are off. Today is day 48 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We've got the mic, the webcam, Codecademy, Little Cat. We are golden. Everything looks good, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have left off 47% of the way through Python. We are basically halfway through this nightmare. So, we are on, where exactly did we leave off? We are on section 6 out of 13. Student becomes the teacher. And let's just get right into it. There are, I believe, we looked yesterday, at the end of yesterday's stream, was it 9 sections? 9 seconds. Alright, and I do recall we did look at the first little bit. They had mentioned, what was it? Well, we'll read through. Basically, they've been spoon-feeding us till now, supposedly. And that definitely is true, I'd say, for a lot of the sections. But with their less than ideal instructions, there's a lot of room for interpretation with the instructions as they've provided so far, but they've indicated that it's going to be even less direct as far as the instructions go. So, with that said, this will probably be an incredibly painful 9 sections, so can't wait. Let's do this. Lesson number 1. Welcome to this challenge course. Until now, we've been leading you by the hand and working on some short and relatively easy projects. This is a challenge, so be ready. We have faith in you. We're gonna switch it up a bit and allow you to be the teacher of your own class. Make a grade book for all of your students. Animal sounds. Cat, meow meow, cat, meow purr, dog, woof bark, fox, blah blah, print animal sounds, cat. The example above is just to remind you how to create dictionaries and then access the items stored by the cat key. Instructions. Create 3 dictionaries, Lloyd, Alice, and Tyler. Give each dictionary the key name, homework, quizzes, and tests. Have the name key be the name of the student that is Lloyd. Cat, you're in the way. I love you. We haven't even made it through section 1. Oh, yeah. I know there's lots of... Oh god, your tail's hooked on the mic. There we go. How about you go do scratches on something else? What about the speaker? The speaker's nice. You love getting scratches on the speaker. Yeah? You're also moving the pop filter. Okay. We're good. No? Yeah, keep moving. Alright, that's good. You aren't blocking the screen anymore, which is nice. That's always fun. Right? Please don't knock things over. If you lay down to take a nap right here in front of the keyboard, that is not going to happen. No. You took a nap in my lap for 2.5 hours yesterday. I couldn't move my leg once. Don't you do it. Okay. Look, I need to read. If you don't touch the keyboard, you can stay. This is supposed to be about coding and pythons right now, not about cats. Oh, whiskers. You are on the fast track to an adoption agency. You're adorable and furry. Okay. We'll keep you for now. I'd like to point out that there is a cat right here. No? Right? Just a little? Can you see the whiskers? Yeah? You can see me pulling them on string. I know, yeah, that. There's a cat right here. This is where my my keyboard is. You know what? I can move the keyboard. We'll move the keyboard, because I can do that. I have that ability. There we go. In my lap. Ta-da! Kitty desk real estate is... Alright. Animal sounds. Something about Lloyd, Alice. Okay, we're creating 3 dictionaries. We've got a Lloyd dictionary, Alice dictionary, and a Tyler dictionary. Give each dictionary the keys, name, homework, quizzes, and tests. So 3 dictionaries, each with 4 keys, names, homework, quizzes, and tests, have the name key be the name of the student. That is, Lloyd's name should be Lloyd, and the other keys should be an empty list. Step 3 is kind of confusing me, but that's alright. That is alright. In general, we know what's up. That's right. Okay, let's do this. Copy. We're gonna kind of strip this down. Human. Let's get rid of these. We'll keep the first one. We'll call it animal. Copy. So we need 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do Lloyd. Oh, just kidding. That's not right. There we go. I wonder why they have them lowercase. Alice. I'd like to capitalize them. They're lowercase in the example. Animal. Tyler. Okay, give each dictionary keys. Name, homework, quizzes, and tests. The name key, have the name key be the name of the student. That is, Lloyd's name should be Lloyd, capital. Okay. So we're gonna have capital Lloyd. Maybe it's a way to differentiate. So the Lloyd key will be capital, however the Lloyd dictionary will be lowercase. Maybe that's not the reasoning, but that's the way I'm going to view it. Maybe it's not case sensitive, though. Not important. Also, and the other keys should be an empty list. Have the name key be the name. I wonder if they were actually saying have name and then the key, or have the value be Lloyd. The other keys should be an empty list. It's hard to tell. Homework, your ears are in the way. Oh, yes. You've got gorgeous eyes, but you need to move your face. You are completely blocking the whole instructions area. I can see dictionaries between your ear and Lloyd's name down here. That's about it. Yeah, tilted head. That's good. That's good. Fall asleep, little cat. Name. I can't scroll further down. Name homework. Why aren't we typing? Homework. Quizzes. And tests. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Da da dee dee da. Dee da dee dee da. Single test or plural? Tests. Nice. We're gonna take this. No. We're gonna have all of them empty. I'm trying to think the best way to copy this. That should be good. That should be good. So, Alice. And Tyler. Lovely, lovely. Cat, I can't tell if your face is in front of the submit code button. Fire away. Oops. Did you give Lloyd the name key? So, name Lloyd, also space, all the other ones have a colon then a space. Right? What's this? What is that? Your tail. Name Lloyd. How's that? Alice? No, stop looking at me. I'm trying to move, but the cat's making eye contact, so when I move my head, she moves hers, and I'm trying to look past her head to click the name button, but she keeps making eye contact and blocking it with her stupid head. Trace back. Most recent. Recall last file Python line 2. Lloyd. Oh, I need to have it in quotes. Wow, just a bunch of noob errors, right? This is that spoon feeding they were talking about. I've just gotten lazy. Okay. Got you, little cat. No? Again, the name key does not have the value Lloyd. In Dictionary. Lloyd? Alice? Tyler? I've run out of ideas from here. If this doesn't work, we'll have to look at the forums. Did you give Lloyd the name key? Well, I tried, but they said... This is instruction 3. Have the name key be the name of the student that is. Lloyd's name should be Lloyd. And the other keys should be an empty list. We'll fill these in. We'll fill in these lists soon. Is it get rid of that? Have the name key. Here's the key. This is the value. Have the name key be the name of the student. That is, Lloyd's name should be Lloyd. And the other keys should be an empty list. We'll fill these in soon. And we'll run it. I don't know, I think the last thing would be name, but that just doesn't make sense. Let's do name and Lloyd. I got nothing. We got nothing to look at. Forum time. Woo! Forums. Fuck yeah. Lesson number 1. Okay, so lesson number 1. Lesson number 1. I keep getting this error, not sure what's happening. Python line 6, blah 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 blah, Tyler, blah, so forth, blah. Homework, quizzes, tests. Be sure the commas are there. Stop with error. Post withdrawn by author will be automatically deleted in 1 hour unless flagged. I check everything, but still can't find the right way. Could you help me? They all have name keys. Oh, is that the issue? We shouldn't have the, we don't need the... brackets, curly braces, braces, brackets, and parentheses. Damn. Replace this line with your code. So they've got name and then Lloyd with no bracket. Da da ya da da ya da 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 da. Their example threw me off because the cats and fur had brackets, braces, whatever we want to call them. Pretty sure the squared edges are brackets. Okay, so we're going to give that a shot. We're going to view his name. Yeah, we'll leave that. I want to change name to Lloyd. That's what they said to change in the instructions. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. So Alice. Tyler. Good. Let's give that a shot. Run. Aha! It worked. Section 1 down. Nice. Okay. Lloyd. What's the score? Great work. Instructions. Now fill out Lloyd's dictionary with the appropriate scores. To save yourself some time, we filled out the rest for you. They did fill out the rest for us. How kind of them. Okay, so we're just going to drop in this noise. Homework, blah, followed by blah. Dee 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 dee. Okay, that looks good. Make sure to include the decimal points so your grades are stored as floats. This will be important later. Not just 90, but 90.0. So include the decimal point, which all of them have. Nice. Save and submit. Lovely green check mark. This is good. That made up for section 1. Section 3. Put it together. Now let's put 3 dictionaries in a list together. All right. We're going big. My list. 1, 2, 3. The above example is just a reminder on how to create a list. Afterwards, my list contains 1, 2, 3. Okay. Below your code, create a list called students that contains Lloyd, Alice, and Tyler. List coming up. Students equals we got Lloyd in the club. Or not in the club. Probably not in the club. Alice and Tyler. Pretty good. Stringing? Stringsies? Yeah, string them up. Cool, cool, cool. Look at that. Everyone gets quotes. You get a quote. You get a quote. You get a quote. No, wrong. Oops, it looks like Lloyd is not in the student list. They have capital Lloyd. Do I get rid of those? Save. This hurts. Now, I wonder why. Yeah, contains. I'm not sure why Lloyd, Alice, and Tyler don't require quotes within the string. Maybe it's because it's curly braces, or not curly, maybe because it's brackets instead of parentheses? Not sure. Next lesson. Kat, do you know which lesson we're on? Because I can't see behind you. And that would be super cool if I could see behind you, but I can't, because you're a cat. See how that works out? No? Okay. No. Don't move. 4. We're on section 4. Alright. So, wait, did that work? Save and submit? Oh, we just got to section 4. Okay, so we were on 3, now we're on section 4. For the record. Oh god. Lips are chapping up. For the record, excellent. Now you need a hard copy document with all of your students' grades. Animal sounds, cat, meow, purr, dog, wolf, bark, fox, blah, print, cats. Okay, the example above is just to remind you how to create a dictionary and then to access the items stored by the cat key. Yeah. So the homework key will bring up all the homework scores for all 3 dictionaries. For each student, in your students list, print out that student's data as follow. Print student's name homework. Print student's name blah. Students quizzes. So print lowercase Tyler homework. Print quizzes. Wait a second. No, just student. For each student in your students, for each student in your students lists, print out that student's data as follows. So because it's student with the comma after the T, they're talking about singular. So it would be Lloyd's homework, Lloyd's quizzes, not the students list with an S, plural, homework. All their homework comes up, or quizzes. Okay, good. Just thinking that through out loud. So that's a lot of copy and pasting. So what we're going to do is this. Print to name print homework print quizzes. Little cat, now you're standing and stretching. You are blocking the entire screen right now. What's that? Go to the bed. No? No? You're just gonna chill there? Oh, yeah, she's moving. She's on a rampage. No, 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 you can leave. Please do. Go be a cat somewhere else. Okay, as she almost knocks stuff over. Nice, nice. So graceful. Alright, we can put the keyboard back up here, thank God. And, let's keep this party going. Okay. Alright. No, we don't. We're trapped. There we go. No. I have one of those underneath my, well, my chair has wheels. You know those plastic mats? Well, I sit in relatively the same spot for many a days, for a long time, so I've got those divots in the plastic mat, so my chair, like, keeps shifting back in through those little wedges, and, it's just out of where is comfortable. And it's incredibly frustrating. A little bit about me. You're welcome. Okay. What are we doing? We left off at the fourth print. Oh, tests. We need our extra space. Now, when we throw in copy, blah, blah, and we do Lloyd, copy, boom, 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 Alice, one, two, three, and Tyler. Yes, this is coming along nicely. Now, there's a 98% chance that it's gonna blow up in failure, but, you know, still looks pretty. Save and submit code. Yes, good. Error, nice, love it. Print. Your code looks a bit off. It threw an invalid syntax on line 22. Print Lloyd. Oh, it's because I didn't put in the right... It's the Lloyd dictionary, and I need to do the name key, which I'm pretty sure I need, you know, the stuff. Is it, quotes, or... Line 23. So we're making our way down the list. What was... No. I don't remember how to comment out. It was in Python. Damn. Alright, we're so close. I know I have this. It's just the formatting of the, what's it called? Oh, I'm looking around like a crazy person. It's all right here. Print animal cat. So name in quotes. Damn, so I really should have done Lloyd quotes name blah 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 blah. What's the fastest way to do that? I know. Got it. Copy. Paste. Back. Aha. Oh. Undershot that. Oh, look at that. Boom. Golden. And the reverse. Dee 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 dee. Beautiful. That was kind of like a game. That was fun. Oh yeah, super pissed. It doesn't like anything that I just did. Oh, because I'm spelling it quizzies. What the f is a quizzies? No one knows what that is. It's not a word. Boom. All right. Okay. Lots of cleanup, but everything checks out. Lloyd, 97. Alice, 192. Tyler, 0, 87. Clearly the champion of the group. You know what's awesome? So we've got name, homework, quizzes, and then tests. Lloyd's doing like 90s. And gets 70s. Alice is pulling like 100s and gets 90s as well. Lloyd dropping zeros like it's nobody's business in 20s, but he's gotten 100% on the test. Or not yet. Lloyd, Alice, and then Tyler. Tyler's my hero. That's what's going on. The underachiever for the win. Okay, next. Congratulations, Section 5. I don't know if it's necessarily underachiever, but we know what's going on. That's quality. Okay, so Section 5. It's okay to be average. When teaching a class, it's important to take the students' averages in order to assign grades. 5 out of 2, 5.0 out of 2. So 5 out of 2 would be 2. 5.0 out of 2, or divided by 2 would be 2.5. Float 5 divided by 2, 2.5. Huh. Yeah, I get that. I can see that. The example above is a reminder of how division works in Python. When you divide an integer by another integer, the result is always an integer, rounded down if needed. When you divide by a float, or when you divide a float by an integer, the result is always a float. To divide two integers and end up with a float, you must first use float blah to convert one of the integers to a float. Okay. Instructions. Write a function average that takes a list of the numbers and returns the average. Define a function called average that has one argument, numbers. Inside that function, call the built-in sum function with the numbers list as a parameter. Store the result in a variable called total. Like the example above, use float to convert total and store the result in total. Divide total by the length of the numbers list. Use the built-in length function to calculate that. Return that result. All right. Let's take a peek at the hint. Don't use list as a parameter name because it is a special function in Python. Many people also say you shouldn't use L because it looks too much like a 1. Sure. Okay, but yeah, whatever. Good. Noted. Don't use 1, looks like L. Add your function below. From the top, I'm gonna get functiony. Define an average. Define a function called average that has one argument, numbers. Define average numbers. Colon. Inside that function, call the built-in sum function with the numbers list as a parameter. Sum numbers. So average, so we're defining average. In regards to numbers, we're taking the sum of numbers. So inside that function, call the built-in sum function with the numbers list as a parameter. Store the results in a variable called total. Total equals inside that function, call the built-in sum of numbers function with the numbers list as a parameter. Store that result in the variable called total. That's all within section 2, so I think I have it because it's on the second line of the code. Total sum numbers. I think we can always, we're bound to fail from the beginning, so we're just gonna try our best and we'll spot correct from there like normal. Like the example above, use float to convert total and store the result in total. Okay. Like the example above, use float to convert total and store the result in total. This is bad, people. This is very bad. Float total equals the sum of numbers. Float total and store the results in total. Divide total by the length of the numbers in lists. Use the len. We gotta do more here. I think it's like, I'm just putting this as a placeholder. Feels very wrong to have that, but We're going to leave that for 3. So for 4, we're going to do divide total by divide total by the length of numbers return that result. I want to switch float and total. So I want to put, what's that? Oh. I want to move total to the left and then float total to the right. I'm going to do that in just a moment. I also want to convert this to float total divided by len, but we'll see. I just want to get the error that pops up. Syntax. Because I'm falling apart. Alright. Can't assign a function call. Line 23. Oh no, I've got like hiccups or burping or something. Exploding. Steven's gonna detonate. Code C's a bit off. Can't assign to function close. So we're gonna take you. Total. Doon, 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 doon. Oh my god, I got it right? You can't, that can't be right. That's unbelievable. Okay, so we define the average of numbers. Total equals the sum of numbers. Total then equals the float of total as it trickles down. This is all getting processed because it's like one big calculator. And now total, it will return total divided by the length of the numbers list. I can't believe we got it right. That's so strange. Okay, section 6. Ha, just wait, huh? That's funny. And C. This is math humor. This is as good as it gets. Alright. Just wait and see. Great. Now we need to compute a student's average using weighted averages. Cost. Apples, 3-point blah. Bananas, 1-point do. Return, point something or other. Average cost, very interesting. Plus something or other. I'm falling asleep just looking at their example. 1. In the above cost, we create a dictionary called cost that contains the cost of some fruit. Cost of fruit. Check. 2. Then we calculate the average cost of apples and the average cost of bananas. Average cost of apples, average cost of bananas added together. Since we like apples much more than we like bananas, we weighed the average cost. Oh no, fall asleep. Right? Okay. Since we like apples much more than we like bananas. We weight the average cost of apples by 90%, the average cost of bananas by 10%, thus 0.9 and 0.1. Is that forward slash? I think. Character is a continuation character. The following line is considered a continuation of the current line. What? Oh, because see this? Little bits cut off on the screen. We'll highlight that noise and we'll cut back. See, we don't see this, but it's there. It's there. So, continuation. The more you know. Okay. Instructions. Write a function called getAverage that takes a student dictionary like Lloyd, Alice, or Tyler as an input and returns his/her weighted average. Define a function called getAverage that takes one argument called student, make a variable homework that stores the average of student homework, repeat step 2 for quizzes and tests, multiply the three averages by their weights, and return the sum of those three. Homework is 10%, quizzes are 3, and tests are now 60. Damn it. You hear that? Okay, so. What is going on with the yawning? Oh my god. I feel like we're gonna implode during the stream. That's not good. That is not good. Alright. I'm falling asleep, right? This is fun. Math at 3:30 on a Friday. Woo! Living the dream. Okay. Go time? Go time. Time to get functiony. Let's do this. Line 26, coming in hot. Define a function called getAverage. Define. That's my goal in life. GetAverage. Although I think I achieved that a long time ago. GetAverage. Student. Student. Sure. I don't like that student argument. Do we have student listed anywhere else? I feel like this is one of those predetermined lists that they aren't telling us about, that they've already added. We're building it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're continuing on. This is fun. This is what learning smells like. Doesn't smell good, but it's important. Why is there so much semicolon in my life right now? Here we go. Regular colons. Okay. Two. Make a variable homework that stores the average of student homework. Is student, that's the thing I can't tell. Are we doing this for the whole class or for each person? Oh, wait. Write a function called getAverage that takes a student dictionary like Lloyd, Alice, or Tyler as an input and returns his or her weighted average. See, I can't tell if this is like section 4 again, where we're supposed to do this for each student, have a Lloyd section and all this fun stuff, and have an Alice section and all the fun stuff for her and Tyler, or if I'm just doing a general one that affects all of them. like this, averaging. There's one set for everybody. You know who would know? Little kitty, but she's busy napping. Typical. Okay. Write a function called getAverage that takes a student dictionary, like Lloyd, Alice, or Tyler, as input, and returns his or her weighted average. Define a function called getAverage that takes one argument called student. Okay, so we're creating a general function right now. Later, we'll be able to replace student with Lloyd or Tyler or Alice. Make a variable homework that stores the average of student homework. Repeat step 2 and repeat step 2 for quizzes and tests. And then multiply the 3 averages by their weight. Okay, so I'm just creating a single general one. So student is the idea we're working with, not Lloyd or Alice or Tyler. Good. Okay, so with that said, now conceptually that we understand it, we can forge ahead. We did 1. Now 2. Make a variable homework equals average student la da 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 da. Homework is now repeat step 2 for quizzes and tests. Da 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 da. Right. Okay. Quizzes and not quizzies. Where the hell that sneaked in last time? Copy. Tests. I think that looks decent. Multiply the 3 averages by their weights and return the sum of those 3. Homework is 10. 10%, quizzes are 30%, and tests are 60. I kind of want, so make 3 average and return their sum. Return. So let's do 0.1 times homework plus 0.3 times blah blah quizzes. That's strange. I almost feel semi-comfortable with this. Oh god, what's going on? What happened? Okay. We learned how to do this. It was the /, and they just had it right after, what's it called? Did it right after. Although, I do want to copy and see. Copy. Don't mind me. Blah. The deuce. Oh. Well, that's not fun. That's not what we copied at all. Copy. But I'm trying to find out if the continuation, if there's a space before or after it. Well, that didn't help anybody. There is a space before it, but I can't tell if there was a space after. I don't think there is. So I get that there's a space before, because if the continuation wasn't here, there would be a space before and after the plus. So really, we could put the continuation right up against the end of quizzes. See, I'm still learning how specific and how sensitive syntax is for all these different languages. Like, I don't know if there's a difference between having a continuation here versus having a continuation here, or having one in the middle, you know? Like, I don't know if any one of these three locations is better. I kind of feel like having one in the middle is wrong, because if it's ignoring the continuation, that would mean that there's two spaces, and that's probably not ideal. But I don't know when you're adding if it's okay to not have a space. You know, I don't know if 2 plus 3 looks wrong, or if 2 space plus space 3 is the correct way to do it, or if you could have one side offset or not. I don't know how finicky all these different languages are. The other thing is, even if the computer can run it with or without spaces, I'm sure there's still the ease of use for the reader, or like if another programmer, developer were to look at your code. I'm curious what the standard is for that easy to read factor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. No one cares. Good. Okay, onwards, continuation. Enter. Well, we'll just keep typing space. Oh, well, even when we hit space, it goes right down here. Plus. I totally threw myself off with that whole micro tangent on semantics and syntax. Copy. I think that's it. I think that's all she wrote. So let's give this a shot, shall we? Save and submit. Something seems to be wrong with your code in the console. Return 0.1 times average homework plus 0.3 times average student for quizzes plus 0.6 times the average for tests. Unexpected character after line continuation character. Oh, maybe it's the space. See, like that. You know, we just... I'd also like to note that it auto-continues. See the second line? It's not on line 31. This first line is on line 30. But this is an extension. See, look, when I hit enter, it actually makes 31 down here. 31. Right? So maybe I don't need the continuation, since it's auto-continuing. Give it a shot. Save and submit. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So I guess the continuation for some reason was throwing it off. Despite them having it here, could have been the spacing issue that we were talking about. No one will ever know. Start next lesson. Sending a letter. Section 7 of 9. We are nearing the end. Slowly. Sending a letter. Great work. Now let's write a get letter grade. We're gonna make it out of this. Now let's write a get letter grade function that takes a number score as an input and returns a string with the letter grade that the student should receive. Fair enough. Where is, aha, yeah, I was curious. She's right. No. Look at that little cat. He's sleeping, right? Ugh, why am I so trapped? This is those dents in the ground that I was talking about. I'm just, you know what? There. We'll use the other hand. That is a cat. That is a cat. Boop. Okay. Good. Back to business. Now. What's happening? We were about to build something. We were almost on a roll, and then I made sure to slow down our momentum, right? Just like normal. Don't want to get too comfortable, or else we might start making progress. God forbid that happens. Instructions. Define a new function called getLetterGrade that has one argument called score. Expect score to be a number. Inside your function, test score using a chain if statements like so if score is 90 or above, return A, if score is 80 or above, return B, else if score 70 C, else if 60 D, otherwise return F. Finally, test your function. Let me drop down the hint to bump that up a bit. There we go. 3. Finally, test your function. Call your grade function with the result of getAverageLloyd, printing the resulting letter grade. Your function will probably contain a bunch of else-if statements to figure out what to do with each grade. It might look something like this. Define getLetterGrade score. If score greater than or equal to 90, return A. Else if score greater than or equal to 80, and so on. Your final print statement should be print getLetterGrade getAverageLloyd. Okay. Here we go. I'm trying to think if it's better to just copy their stuff or type our own and copy this nonsense and then manipulate it. Again, conceptually, I totally see what they're trying to do. That's not the issue. I get that. I'm just wondering, syntax-wise, what's going to be the fastest way for me to create and reproduce that. They've got more info up there, but better syntax down below. Let's double check, because a lot of times their hints don't match up with their instructions or their little anecdote at the beginning of each lesson. Now let's write a getLetterGrade score. So we're going to have getLetterGrade and score is the argument. Define getLetterGrade score. So it should look exactly like that. If score is greater than or equal to 90, return A. Else if B, C, and D, else return F. You know what we're going to go with? We're going to go with this. We're going to continue the party. Copy. Bleh. Define getLetterGrade. Return. Should return. Okay. CD. Copy. CD. Else. Return F. Okay, B 70, C 60, D. So that's 1, 2, 3. Finally, test your function. Call your grade letter function with the result get average Lloyd, printing the result letter grade. Int. Your else if your function will probably contain a bunch of else if statements, might look something like this. Your final print statement should be print the resulting letter grade, get letter grade is the function. Inside the parentheses will be get average function, and then it will be pulling from Lloyd. So since we're looking at it right down here, we're just going to snag that, copy. Print blah, and then we're going to do Lloyd up here. Lloyd. This works. Holy sh... Right? Submit. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, there's no way we're going to get that right the first time. Oh, your code looks a bit off. See the console window for the error. Something formatting-wise. There's beef somewhere, right? File, Python. Line 44 in module. Something's wrong with line 44. I wonder why. It came from their hint. See what I'm talking about? File, Python, line 33, get letter grade. Global name score is not defined. What? Oh, death. Maybe, I think score is supposed to be average? Letter grade score. Finally, test. Function the result of get average. Wow. Finally, test your function. Call your get letter grade function with the result get average Lloyd, printing the resulting letter grade. Aha! Score. So this is a function. I was wrong. So printing was just the Lloyd factor. The get average Lloyd was just this bit right here within the print. That's what's going on. So here is score. This is how the function operates. I thought we were running Lloyd through this, but what we're doing is we're going to be get the letter grade. It's going to run through all that noise, as well as the get average function, blah, 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 all that noise, and it's going to do it all in regards to Lloyd with his info up here. So this stays score, and this is our Lloyd factor, if you will. So now we run it. Something's wrong. It's a little right, but mostly wrong. Oops, try again. Get letter grade 79 returned C instead of C as the one thing. That's fine. That's fine. It's looking for a capital C. We have capital A, capital B, lowercase c for some reason, my bad, capital D, and capital F. And they are looking for capital C. Beautiful. Okay. Once more, although, so the code, is it the terminal? The code editor? The code editor had an issue. This is fine. It ran correctly. It is B, but it still saw an issue with the code. The fact that it was a lowercase c instead of capital C. Partial success. Once more, save and submit. Ta-da! Beautiful. Green check mark. Good. Good. I think we're slowly getting the hang of Python, dare I say. I mean, there's definitely issues. I think the fact that I'm able to spot correct visually after seeing based off the errors we're getting, that's good. Is that an important skill? That's what I want to know. If being able to look at an error and figure out how to solve it, maybe that's an irrelevant thing. Maybe that's just because Codecademy's code editor has that error thing pop up. I don't know if I'm just coding on my own in the free time, if an error message will pop up. Maybe it won't. It probably just won't run and I have to just dig through. But I do find it helpful that when there is an error, despite how confusing the error messages are, I think my skill to read the error code has been somewhat improving, which is kind of nice. Next, 8. 8 of 9. We're on the verge. Part of the whole. Good. Now let's calculate the class average. You need to get the average for each student and then calculate the average of those averages. Gotcha. Everyone's going to be the same by the end of this. Define a function called getClassAverage that has one argument, students. You can expect students to be a list containing your 3 students. First, make an empty list called results. For each student item in the class list, calculate getAverage students, and then call results.append with that result. Finally, return the results of calling average with results. Alright. Of course, like usual, none of that stuck. Okay. Doing this. Oh, my arms. Why? We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. Now, from the top, define a function called getClassAverage. Define getClassAverage students. Students. One argument. You can expect students to be a list containing your 3 students. Not sure if I'm supposed to do anything with that, or if I'm just supposed to expect it to work. First, make an empty list called results. Results equals d-d-d, d-d-d-d, d-d-d-d. Results, empty. Do I do a comma or a colon after it? Really not too sure how I feel about that. We're gonna leave it at that. Enter. Results equals an empty list for each student item in the class list. That's where I'm confused. What? For each student item in the class list, calculate get average student and then call result append with that result. Oh, I'm so lost. For each student item, what's a student item? Like homework, quizzes, tests, and homework, tests, and quizzes? In the class list, for each student in the class list. I have no idea. I'm so lost. There's a way to... I think my mind's just fried after 8 sections of trying to piece it together. Let's look at the forum. Let's close you. Section 8, part of the whole. Let's see what we find. Part of the whole. Part of the whole. Do 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 do. Part of the whole. Part of the whole. Okay. Okay. Not to worry. We will unstick ourselves from this honey jar of confusion. I got stuck in this exercise. Can someone help? I got an error that says get class average Alice. Nah. Is there an issue? Cannot find it. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm glad to see we got results list, right? For I in range len students. Yeah, super wrong. You were so close. Just reference eye to eye. What? What? Why didn't you just make a change? Ah. For I in range len students results append get average students I. We're gonna be here for days. I can feel it. Put this variable right after your student's dictionary and try to run again. No love for that. Define average students homework blah 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 blah. Where's this I coming from? Did I miss something? For I in range student length results dot append at average students likes. in here, you're calling a list of students with students, okay? And then make a loop. Oh, then make a for loop that goes from 0 to the number of students. What happens then is that it appends the result of the average for the list students. However, get average wants a single student. Then add the single student's average to the result list. Utilizing this lesson should help. For loops, for lists. Hope this helps. Okay. Help desk apprentice, that's cool. That could be a thing. Oh, the supermarket nightmare. That noise, right? And it was for... Oh, well, he said for loops or something. Yeah, well, we're not gonna find that, so we're not digging through that lesson. This. How about this? Okay, define get class average students results for student in students. Get return blah blah blah. Hi, can you please help me? What's wrong with this code? The error message is showing get class Alice Lloyd return 9598. D. I think there one return is supposed to match up with 4. So return get average, and then I'm assuming results is fine, indented where it is, and then return average results. Probably just an indentation issue. But then again, I'm perpetually wrong, so like that for students. Oh, and the last return is at the end. Interesting. For students in students. That's what I'm missing. Then remove the first return. Get average students. There's a 1 like for that. Yeah, it worked. So what was the problem? On this line, return. Because the lesson asks you to call the function get average and not return it. This is the format. That also works. For students in students, result append get average student results. Thanks for the quick fix. Yeah, help desk gold. That's hot. Alright, I think we're covered. So we're on the right track, clearly. Define a function called getClassAverage. Check. That has 1 argument, students. You can expect students to be a list containing your 3 students, alright. First, make an empty list called results, which we did. For each student item in the class list, what throws me off is the fact that they mention class like it means something, when all the other examples we saw don't reference class once. Lack of class. See, right? Item in the class list, calculate, get average student, and then, oh god, falling apart. Okay, For each student in the class list, calculate get average student and then call result append with that result. Finally, so that would be result append containing get average student. Is that right? Yeah, result append get average student. Finally, return the result of calling average with results. Return average results. Is that return average results? All right. I know we could just copy that, but I'm going to try taking this and throwing in the format. That seems to be the right thing. Well, that's not right. Followed by so we've got get average students, result append, get average students, and then actually this should be return average results. I think that's what I've pieced together. I know I could have pulled other people from stuff and such. Now they have the for student in students. I'm going to do this because I like to taste the failure. Yes, bad, good. Oops again. Get class average Alice resulted in an error. Global name student is not defined. Not to worry. So we're going to drop in. We will finally pull from here. Copy. For student blah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Return is on the same line as our for statement, or our for loop. Well, it's indented to the same margin, if you will. Like so, and return. Da 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 da. We got a B and a green check mark. Look at that. Section 9. We made it towards the end. Now we just have to put the final nail in the coffin. Okay. How is everybody doing? Awesome. You're doing great. They're too kind. Instructions. 1. Finally, print out the result of calling class average with your student list. Your students should be Lloyd, Alice, Tyler. Then print the result of the get letter grade for the class average. I feel like all the pieces are already done. I'm just shimmying them together. Let's do this. Also, I'm going to add a little space. We'll clear out this noise, but I didn't like typing right along the bottom of the screen, you know. You know what's going on. So, there's that. We're going to work just below one line down and back. Okay. Finally. Print out the result calling get average class, get class average. That's what it is. Average. Nice. Get class average students. Your students should be Lloyd, Alice, Tyler. Now, I know I could probably make another list for that, but didn't we have a list with Lloyd, Alice, Tyler already? Lloyd, Alice, Tyler. You know what? I think that was one of the sections before we started doing this. I think it was it section 4 or 5? We made a student list referencing them. Don't mind me, I'm going to jump back to it really quick. Was it 3? See my list. There it was. Students, Lloyd, Alice, Tyler. I'm going to copy that, actually. We'll do save and submit. We'll look at section 4. So, yeah, there's all this stuff, which is great fun and all. Submit code. So section 5, see, they got rid of it. And then we've been working on it ever since. Each new function has been added. So let's jump back to 9. So that's what's going down. So although we're printing, we're going to... Oh, they cleared out all the spaces that I had added. Yeah, that was noise. Don't mind me. We're adding it back in just for a bit of buffer from the bottom of the screen. Again, print get class average. Now, print get class average with your student list. Students, right? But we need to establish that list. So, and we need to do it above the print command. So here we're going to drop in students, Lloyd, Alice, Tyler, like so. And then print the results of get letter grade for class average. Print get letter grade. I'm going to do one space down. Print get letter grade. Now I wonder... if they want it for students or without students for like the class as a whole. If we were to average, you know, average all the students and then average all the class, we did that in one of the previous sections. I'm pretty sure it's for students. It's probably print class average, maybe with your students list. See, they specify it here. Here, they don't specify it. We're going to try without. We're going to try without. And let's do that. We'll clear out this noise. That's that. And submit. Ta-da! We did it. Student becomes the teacher. Look at that. B 83.8666666666666667, right? I think I put in 6 too many 6s, but that's all right. Close Python achievement. Golden. Yeah, we earned a badge. Cool. All right. Look at that. Up next, lists and functions. Now that you've learned about lists, let's turbocharge them with functions. We will take a peek at the beginning of this next lesson. Gauge. What are we up against? Wow, that is okay, 18 for the next one. That will be for tomorrow. That's going to be a long day. List accessing. Maybe we'll break up tomorrow into 2 parts. Not necessarily 2 streams for coding, but maybe we'll do 9 of the 18. We'll see how it goes. List accessing. The exercise goes over just pulling information from a list, which we've covered in a previous section. Maybe it'll be an easy 18 sections, but let's go ahead, back out, see where we stand for the day before we close out the stream. 52% of the way through, we are over the peak of the mountain. Look at that. We are on section 7. It'll conclude with 13. Section 7 will be tomorrow. Hey, battleship. That'll be cool. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Probably painful, but cool as well. 517 points is where we will conclude day 48. And how many badges do we have at the end of day 48? 76 badges. A respectable number for a confused developer, right? A sprouting developer. That. Golden. Let's back out and let's kill this thing. There's OBS. Soul Cat still back there? Nope, she's moved. Oh yeah, she moved. Okay. Stop stream. Are you sure you want to stop stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.